Monday, the 17th of February, 2025. First reading. Reading from the book of Genesis. Adam knew Eve his wife, and she conceived and bore Cain, saying, I have gotten a man with the help of the Lord. And again she bore his brother Abel. Now Abel was a keeper of sheep, and Cain a worker of the ground. In the course of time Cain brought to the Lord an offering of the fruit of the ground, and Abel also brought of the firstborn of his flock, and of their fat portions. And the Lord had regard for Abel and his offering, but for Cain and his offering he had no regard. So Cain was very angry, and his face fell. The Lord said to Cain, Why are you angry, and why has your face fallen? If you do well, will you not be accepted? And if you do not do well, sin is crouching at the door. Its desire is contrary to you, but you must rule over it. Cain spoke to Abel his brother. And when they were in the field, Cain rose up against his brother Abel and killed him. Then the Lord said to Cain, Where is Abel your brother? He said, I do not know. Am I my brother's keeper? And the Lord said, What have you done? The voice of your brother's blood is crying to me from the ground. And now you are cursed from the ground, which has opened its mouth to receive your brother's blood from your hand. When you work the ground, it shall no longer yield to you its strength. You shall be a fugitive and a wanderer on the earth. Cain said to the Lord, My punishment is greater than I can bear. Behold, you have driven me today away from the ground, and from your face I shall be hidden. I shall be a fugitive and a wanderer on the earth, and whoever finds me will kill me. Then the Lord said to him, Not so. If anyone kills Cain, vengeance shall be taken on him sevenfold. And the Lord put a mark on Cain, lest any who found him should attack him. And Adam knew his wife again, and she bore a son and called his name Seth, for she said, God has appointed for me another offspring instead of Abel, for Cain killed him. Responsorial Psalm. Give your praise as a sacrifice to God. The God of gods, the Lord, has spoken and summoned the earth, from the rising of the sun to its setting. I do not rebuke you for your sacrifices. Your offerings are always before me. Give your praise as a sacrifice to God. How can you recite my commandments and take my covenant on your lips, you who despise correction and cast my words behind you? Give your praise as a sacrifice to God. You who sit and malign your own brother and slander your own mother's son, you do this, and should I keep silence? Do you think that I am like you? I accuse you, lay the charge before you. Give your praise as a sacrifice to God. Gospel acclamation. Alleluia, alleluia. I am the way, and the truth, and the life, says the Lord. No one comes to the Father except through me. Alleluia. Gospel. Reading from the book of Mark. At that time, the Pharisees came and began to argue with Jesus, seeking from him a sign from heaven to test him. And he sighed deeply in his spirit and said, Why does this generation seek a sign? Truly, I say to you, no sign will be given to this generation. And he left them, got into the boat again, and went to the other side. Gospel of the Lord.